Y'all look at the warden's office. That's crazy. Serena said, warden. Warden Watkins said, enter. A warden. A warden. Look at that. Prison rules. The warden is always right. If the warden is wrong, see rule number 1. That's crazy. Serena said, sorry to bother you, sir. The warden said, that's perfectly all right, girl. What can I do for you? Serena said, Linda Burke is here with her daughter, sir. The young lady's name is Jess Burke. The warden said, have they filled out the necessary paperwork? She said, of course, sir. He said, then by all means, send them in, please. Thank you, Serena. They really got me in jail about to see a warden. That's crazy. Oh, the warden kind of fine. Wait a minute. Hold on, warden. Hello? Warden Watkins said, Linda Burke, I presume. Warden Watkins at your service. Mama said, thank you for agreeing to take my daughter on such short notice, warden. I'm really at my wit's end with her. I said, so we really just gonna talk like I ain't standing here? That's crazy. Linda said, Jess. The warden said, you shouldn't argue with grown-ups, young lady. You shut up. I'm sure your mother just wants what's best for you. Okay, number one, bro. Don't talk to me like I'm 6 years old. Don't do that. Number 2, she certainly does want what's best for one of her daughters. One of them. Just not me. The warden said, do you always talk back in this manner? I said, you could say I had a bad day. Mama said, you see what I mean, don't you? Her attitude is such a problem. The warden said, teenagers tend to be that way, Miss Burke. She said, this goes deeper than that, I'm afraid. She started drinking, experimenting with drugs. That's a lie, and you know it. I don't drink or do drugs. Mama said, that's another thing. Her lying has gotten out of control. He said, if you don't mind me asking, how are you so certain? Mama said, I was sent a video of Jess at a party. She was drinking and talking about doing drugs. The warden said, video is pretty solid evidence, Jess. I said, not when you're an identical twin. The video my mother was sent was my twin sister, Olivia, pretending to be me to get me in trouble. The warden said, why would your sister do that? Mama said she wouldn't. The warden said, I believe I was asking Jess, Miss Burke, period. Put her in her place. Why do you believe your sister has a vendetta against you, Jess? I said, you mean besides that she's a horrible human being? That's it. She hates me. She has for a long time. The worst part is she made my mother hate me too. The warden said, as far as the drugs and the drinking, there's a really easy way to find out. Linda said, what's that? The warden said, we can have Jess give us a urine sample. We usually do that with all our kids anyway. You probably were given a consent form to sign in your paperwork. Mama said, well, let's do it. Let's do it. He said, you want to? I said, considering I'm innocent, absolutely I want to. The warden said, well, good then. Why don't you go tell Serena to take you to the nurse to do it now, Jess? I'd like to speak with your mother alone for a few minutes, please. I said, may God be with you. Mama said, wait, before you go, Jess, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to bring personal accessories into the facility. You'll need to leave the bracelet with me. That's Harley's bracelet. What you talking about? The warden said, actually, we don't really care about any jewelry or... Mama said, no. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. Now give me the bracelet, Jess. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. This the last. I'm fighting. You ain't taking nothing from me, mama. I'm sick of you. Absolutely not. This bracelet was a gift from someone who means a lot to me. And as long as the warden says it's okay, I'm not giving it up. So drop it. The warden said, ain't no rules to say you can't keep the bracelet, girl. Mama said, fine. The warden said, go on and take the drug test, Jess. I'll be here when you're done for the rest of the introduction. Y'all, mama would have took that bracelet and she would have left it somewhere and Olivia would have got to it. That's what would have happened. I'm glad I kept my bracelet. The warden said, sorry. So that's her, huh? Mama said, that's her. He said, she's beautiful, Linda. Mama said, don't forget, Walt, we had a deal. The girls know nothing about you. I agreed to bring her here instead of somewhere else on one condition. You and I don't know each other. If Jess finds out you're her father. Y'all. This man is my daddy. This man. She already hates me as it is. The warden said, so what story did you tell Jess about how you found out about this place? She said the subject came up and I panicked. I told her a friend of her sister's brother went here. He said, as a father, I know I have no right to say anything. She said, you certainly don't, considering you left me to fend for myself the second you found out I was pregnant. He said, that was years ago, Linda. I was just a kid. She said, I wasn't? Y'all, this is... He said, what I must have put you through, not being there to watch my children grow up, it was the biggest regret of my entire life. I made a huge mistake, but I'm not that man anymore. We've been exchanging emails for months now. You said you forgave me. She said, I said I was willing to give you a chance. He said, I want to know my daughters, Linda, Jess and Olivia. But I know you're probably right. Telling them now might be too much. Now, about Jess, I'm happy for the chance to get to know her. But to be honest, from the way you've spoken, I was expecting something much worse. She seems to have a lot of resentment and pain inside her, but she seems harmless. I'm not sure this is the right place for her, truth be told. She said, you know her for 5 minutes, Walt. I raised her from a newborn baby. Don't you think I'd know when something was wrong before you would? He said, I'm not speaking as her father right now. I'm speaking as someone who deals with troubled kids every single day. She seems to be under the impression you favor Olivia over her. And no offense, but she might be onto something. Mama said, how dare you? Something is wrong with Jess. He said, all I know is what I've seen today. And you barely let the girl get one word in before you jump down her throat. Somebody clock it, please. I just want you to really think this over before you leave today, Linda. If you believe this is the best place for her, I'll respect that. But I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't make sure you went into this fully aware. She said, I have thought this over, Walt. The drama is never ending at home. And it goes beyond normal teenager stuff. As hard as it is to say, this is where she belongs right now. He said, well, I guess if you're sure. We won't get the results of the drug test back for 24 to 48 hours anyway. And I'd like to get to know her a little better. Why does it take so long for the drug test? I mean, I guess that makes sense. Okay. She said, as long as you remember our deal, she cannot know you're her father. Are we clear? He said, we clear. So I guess we all said. Would you like to say your goodbyes to Jess before you go? She said, we kind of already said our goodbyes. Besides, I just might be the last person she wants to talk to right now. You right, you are. He said, we'll take good care of her, Linda. I will take good care of her. But do me a favor and have a talk with Olivia when you get home, just in case there's any truth to Jess's claims. She said, okay. Thank you, Walt. He said, you don't ever need to thank me for anything. I owe you. She ain't gonna talk to Olivia. She ain't gonna do none of that. All right, a little while later. Okay, knock, knock. Enter. Okay, that's me. He said, so, how are you feeling about everything so far? Okay, it's been a long time since anybody asked me that, bro. But how you think I'm feeling? He said, pissed off, probably. Yeah. He said, what's that look for? I said, I just wasn't expecting that response. He said, it's like you said earlier, you're not 6 years old, and sugarcoating isn't exactly my style. A lot of kids are nervous when they come here for the first time. I said, really? He said, yeah, but most just try not to show it. Which brings me to my first concern, Jess. I mean this in no way an insult, so I hope you don't take it that way. You aren't like a lot of the other kids that are here, Jess. Some of the kids here, despite their age, are criminals in the making. Some don't have any families or places to go. They're tough because life has taught them to be that way. But kids your age are so impressionable too. You have a family, you've never been in serious trouble before. You're quiet and, I said, a nerd. You could say it. He said, my fear is that you might be, I said, an easy target. I understand what you're trying to say, Warden, but you underestimating me. I've been an outcast my entire life, both at school and in my own house. My point is, I'm tougher than I look, period. I'll be all right. I'm pissed off more than anything right now because I seriously didn't do anything. But talking to my mother is like talking to a brick wall. He said, tell me about it. I said, what? He said, nothing. Say, are those glasses your only pair? No. Why? He said, like I said, kids here can be mean. A few of the other kids who wear glasses have had problems with other kids breaking them. I said, great. Well, technically, they aren't prescription. He said, you mean you don't actually need glasses? So why do you wear them? I said, it's complicated. Is it to set me apart from Olivia? He said, I'm listening. I said, my sister said we look too much alike. She told my mom I wanted to wear glasses from now on, as a fashion statement or something. But really, she just thought it made her the prettier twin. Stereotypical much? Because my sister trash. She trash. I don't know. Sometimes it's just easier to do what she says. She's really manipulative and she's used to getting what she wants. He said, that's ridiculous. She only has as much power as she's given. True. You heard my mama, didn't you? I don't think she'll ever stand up for me. He said, so stand up for yourself, girl. Be your own hero. It sounds like your sister is a very insecure girl. You probably intimidate her. You can roll your eyes, but it's true. There's nothing scarier to an insecure person than a girl who knows exactly who she is and isn't afraid of it. Period. That's a message, y'all. Clock this. This is a message. You really need to start standing up for yourself. Both here and at home. Remember what I said. Those who try to bring you down can only take as much power as you give out. Keep that in mind and you're going to be just fine. Okay, thank you, Warden. You're a lot different than I thought you'd be. He said, how so? I said, younger, nicer. Right, definitely more chill. You are a little young looking. He said, don't worry, I get that a lot. Not him flipping his hair. He said, I can assure you, I can be plenty tough when I have to be. Okay, I believe you. Whatever. No offense, sir. He said, follow me and I'll give you a quick tour of the grounds. Then we'll see about getting you a uniform. A uniform? Why am I not surprised? Because I forgot this prison. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, look at this. People are really behind bars. That's crazy. That's crazy. I told you, mama. This is prison for people who haven't hit puberty yet. He said, this is where you'll be staying while you're here. I want to introduce you to your roommate. I said, don't you mean cellmate? Right. He said, what? Nothing. So I got a roommate. He said, don't be scared, Jess. I placed you with this girl on purpose. You'll like her. She's kind of a legend around here these days. Stick with her and nobody will bother you. Why would he go out his way to do that? We still in prison. What you talking about? Is he really just nice or something? Okay, entering. Trixie said, these bars are a bit see-through. You don't have to announce it every time, Warden. We see everything. Dun, dun, dun. All right, y'all, here's Trixie. Trixie said, Warden, remember the other day when you asked what it was going to take to get me out of bed? And I said, a virgin sacrifice. He said, yes. She said, you do know I was joking, right? He said, of course I do, girl. So what's the deal with Pippi Longstocking? Oop, not now her shading me right here. He said, I must apologize about her, Jess. Y'all, I ain't gonna spend no diamonds. Could be worse. Could be worse, I guess. She said, that's the attitude, champ. The warden said, Trixie, this is Jess. Jess, you looking at the one and only Trixie. Okay, I'll never forget the moment I met Trixie. She honestly intimidated me at first. Like hardcore. She was so beautiful and interesting looking. I never met anyone quite like her. Even in her plain uniform, her confidence dominated the room. But not in any arrogant or obnoxious way. More in a way that told you when she talks, you should listen. Teach me your ways, woman. Trixie said, welcome to our big steaming pile of paradise. What'd you do to get in here if you don't mind me asking? Okay, that's a loaded question. The easiest answer is nothing, right? I said, it's a long story, I guess, girl. She said, well, good thing we got a lot of time on our hands, huh? Right. The warden said, Jess is a bit nervous, Trixie. I trust I can count on you to show her the ropes. Trixie said, sure. He said, I was going to take her on a tour of the grounds. Trixie said, I'll do it. He said, you sure, girl? She said, go on and do your warden stuff. You know she better off with me or you wouldn't have brought her here. He said, any objections, Jess? I said, I think I like that, actually. Thank you. He said, let me know if there are any issues, Trixie. No fighting. She said, name one time I ever. She said, I promise. But if bees talk ish, they gonna get hit. Period. Period, Trixie. Or something like that. He said, I'm gonna pretend I ain't hear that. Well, welcome to Grand Valley, Jess. Don't worry, everything will work out. They will work out when I get back to Olivia and knock her out. You know what I'm saying? Trixie said, well, don't be so nervous. I don't bite people I just met. Not just met. Come a little closer. You about to knock me out. Trixie said, so, warden's pet, huh? I said, what was that? She said, it's out of the ordinary that he takes a special interest in anybody, which is why I insisted on giving you the tour myself. The others would never let you hear the end of it. Don't get me wrong, Warden's nice and everything, just not that nice. I said, he thinks I'm going to be an easy target here. She said, I mean, he ain't wrong. No offense. Look, I'm tougher than I look, girl. I'm tougher than I look, and I got some diamonds to help me out, you know what I'm saying? She said, of course you are. I'm serious. Not her rolling her eyes. She said, I have to admit, I'm super curious on what your story is. You seem so normal. But first things first. I said, what you doing? She said, put these on. I'm going to go ahead and assume they were placed here for you. I said, this is ridiculous. She said, consider it part of the punishment, I guess. But it's not that bad. Kind of comfy, actually. Okay. Okay, look at me. You look super cute in this get up. I said, thank you. Thank you, sis. You right. These are comfy. She said, ain't you going to put your glasses back on? I said, I don't know. Maybe. She said, do you not need them? I said, not really. Another long story. She said, you just get more mysterious by the minute, Jess. I think you look fine either way. But if you really don't need them, leave them off. Better than having to replace them 50 times a week. People are buttholes around here. But don't worry, you safe with me. I said, yeah, Warden said you're a legend around here. She said, I've been here long enough. When I first got here, like everyone else, I was a target. Just a heads up, the new people are always targets. A lot of people will want to sort of feel your vibe out. They're going to want to see how easy you are to push around. People soon found out I'm not going to be controlled by nobody. I had this bracelet that my father gave me right before he passed away, right? I wore it all the time. This girl named Maxie noticed it as soon as I got here. She tried to make me give it to her. Not because she wanted to wear it. She just didn't want me to have it. She didn't want me having something that she didn't. Some of the kids here are petty like that. Obviously, I told her to F off. Soon afterwards, my bracelet came up missing from my room. I knew it was her, so I kicked her butt in the yard in front of everybody. She was kind of a big deal around here then. I spent a week confined in my room, but it was worth it. That was the last time anybody ever tried messing with me, period. I said, you ever get your bracelet back? She said, nope. Okay, well, what about my bracelet? I'm not sure what she did with it. She transferred out soon after that. Some of her B friends are still here, though. Anyway, the point is, you have to be tough around here to survive. If you don't feel that tough, fake it until you do. I would suggest maybe not being quite so awkward. No offense. But you'll get eaten alive here if people know you're scared. Do me a favor and just breathe. I know it's all new, but I promise you'll be fine. I'm gonna look out for you until we teach you how to look out for yourself. I said, why you being so nice to me, girl? She said, I know we just met and everything, but you seem nice enough. Something tells me you don't really belong here. I'm gonna go ahead and guess you've been through some stuff. Besides, we were all new once. Some people just forget that. So let's start the tour, shall we? Okay, I never would have survived there without Trixie. I wasn't used to having friends, and I saw meeting her as sort of a silver lining through the whole thing. But it still sucked. Okay, look at the prison canteen, y'all. This is literally prison. Mama talk about it ain't prison. This is prison. Look at the cops and the cell bars and stuff. That's crazy. Trixie said, this is where a lot of us eat and hang out. Penny, for your thoughts? I said, girl, this is intimidating. What's going on? Trixie said, remember what I said, girl. Don't let them see you sweat. Besides, these bees know better than to mess with you while you standing next to me. I said, I wish I had your confidence. She said, it didn't happen overnight, you know. You'll get there. You'll find out life is 1,000 times better when you stop caring about what other people think. I know what you're thinking. Easier said than done, right? Trust me, I know. Pretty much everything about me is judged in some way. It's hard sometimes to not let it get to you. But it's easier once you realize how full of garbage everybody is. I said, honestly, thank God you're here. As weird as that may sound. You're pretty much the coolest person I've ever met. I love your tattoos, by the way. She said, thank you. I may or may not have a hookup to a brilliant artist. Why? Is somebody wanting a tattoo? Oh, I'm gonna get me a tattoo, y'all. What's wrong? I said, what, me? My mama would kill me. She said, didn't you say she the one who brought you here? Yeah. Trixie said, so pissing her off would be kind of like a bonus, wouldn't it? Yeah. You ain't wrong, Trixie. You might have a point there. Trixie said, I guess she's your mom and everything. But like I said, you need to stop caring so much about what other people think, including your raggedy mama. Especially those who want what's best for you. who don't want what's best for you, which obviously your mama don't. She right. How you know? She said, I literally just met you and I know you don't belong here. While we're on the subject, you still need to tell me exactly what put you here. I said, where do I even start? She said, from the beginning, obviously. But let's continue the tour while we talk, before someone gets the bright idea to talk to us. I like Trixie, y'all. I like her. Look at them girls kissing, y'all. What is going on here? Trixie said, what you laughing at, you Ruby Rose knockoff? Oh my God. Y'all, is this Sappy? I think it's Sappy. Sappy said, nice hair, Trixie. How many Smurfs did you have to kill exactly? I said, Trixie, I don't want any trouble. Trixie said, trouble? With Sappy? Not her laughing. She's harmless. We always talk like this to each other. Okay. She said, can't blame the girl for being worried, Trix. I am pretty intimidating. Trixie said, keep dreaming, girl. Sappy is the brilliant tattoo artist I mentioned earlier. She did my tattoos. Okay, they beautiful. Sappy said, thanks, kid. New here? Trixie said, duh, Sappy. This is Jess. Sappy said, welcome, Jess. Just don't let Jerry see you. Who is Jerry? Trixie said, remember when I told you I got in a fight with the girl that stole my bracelet? I said, the one your father gave you. I remember. She said, remember I said she got transferred out, but her friend was still here? Yeah, that's who Jerry is. She's actually standing over there with her minions. Okay, who? Which one is she? Trixie said, Jerry is the B word with pink hair who won't shut up. Her and Maxie, the girl who stole my bracelet, were best friends. Before Maxie was transferred, Jerry was like her second in command. Of course, when she left, Jerry happily took over as leader of their clique. I said, what'd she do to get in here? Trixie said, apparently she got caught selling drugs at her school. Her mom agreed to have her sent here. All you need to know is she's a loose cannon. While everyone else will steer clear of you because you're friends with me, Jerry will target you because you're friends with me. So I suggest toughening up really fast because she will try to fight you at some point. I said, but you'll protect me, right? You'll look out for me. Trixie said, of course I will, but I may not be able to be there every second of the day, girl. You need to start learning to stand up for yourself. Oh, don't worry about that. There ain't nothing to a real one. So who the other two? Trixie said, the one on the left is Cass. I'm pretty sure Jerry only hangs out with her because she comes from money. Plus, Cass does a lot of her dirty work and is one of the strongest girls here. Okay, what about the one on the right? The one with the pretty blue eyes. Her eyes are pretty. Sappy said, oh my God, don't even open that can of worms. That's Darcy, my ex-girlfriend. We got here around the same time and we were pretty hot and heavy there for a minute. Okay, what happened? Trixie said, Jerry happened. They were hooking up behind my back. That's Jerry's girl now. She helped them by distracting me so they could steal my bracelet. Moral of the story is, I trusted the wrong person. She chases after whoever thinks has the power. She finds the fact that Jerry is crazy exciting. Whatever, to hell with all of them. I steer clear for the most part. I'm not about all their drama, but they make it hard to ignore them sometimes. Jerry can't stand me. I said, because of your ex? She said, that's part of it. But she also just sees me as a threat in general. A lot of the other girls are afraid of their group. Jerry in particular. I, on the other hand, ain't afraid of nobody. Sappy said, heads up. I think Jerry just spotted the new girl, and she making that face again. What face? Bring it on, Jerry. Bring it on. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Look at her winking at me, y'all. Sappy said, shoot. They coming over here. No, they ain't. They just standing there. Oh, okay, they're walking. Y'all. Trixie said, go on inside, Sappy. Sappy said, what? Why? She said, because this ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. If stuff goes south, I don't want you in the middle of it. I can handle these B words myself. Sappy said, you know I can't let you do that. Trixie said, you know I wasn't asking. Get the hell out of here, Sappy. Go on, girl. Trixie said, now don't panic, Jess. Just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I said, I'm good. Trixie said, wait, really? I said, if you knew how mean my sister was, you would understand, girl. I keep telling you I'm tougher than I look. Trixie said, sure. All right, girl, whatever. All right, here goes Jerry, y'all. Jerry said, well. Nice to see you again, Trix. You remember Darcy, don't you? Darcy said, babe. Trixie said, sorry, don't ring a bell. I don't know her. Nice to meet you or whatever. Jerry said, there's no need to act tough in front of your new little friend. It's only a matter of time before she finds out what the rest of us know. She said, and just what might that be exactly? Jerry said that you a fraud, of course. You like to think you're somehow interesting because you have tattoos and blue hair. Oop, not them clocking you, girl. You ain't special. It's no wonder you never have any family come visit you. You're pathetic. Thank God your daddy isn't alive to see this, huh? Oh my God. But at least you have the bracelet he gave you to remember him by. Oh, wait. Y'all! My bad. These girls are savage. I didn't know they were savage like this. That's crazy. I look over at Trixie, whose tough exterior was temporarily gone. I could tell she wanted to pretend her words didn't bother her. But something about the cloudy look in her usually wild gray eyes told me everything I needed to know. Because I recognized that look. It's the look you get when someone's words breaks your heart into pieces. Trixie had been so kind to me. She didn't have to look out for me, but she did. Seeing that look spread on her face that I knew all too well really bothered me. I thought back to my sister, how many times her words gave me that very look. How many times I longed to have someone who would be on my side, who would stand up for me and tell me it's not my fault. Looking at that smug look on Jerry's face, that same look that often occupied my sister, I felt a new feeling entirely. Rage. I said, you the one that's pathetic. Jerry said, excuse you? Trixie said, Just nothing. Just nothing. I heard enough. Jerry said, Trix, tell this B who the hell she talking to. I said, you done talking to her. I want that to be the last thing you ever say to her. And Jerry said, B? I suggest you stay out of this before I turn my attention to you. Trixie said, for the love of God, girl, let me handle this. I know you just tried to help, but this B is actually insane. She's insane. Jerry said, I would listen to your skanky friend, Mousy. Oh my God, she got a point for once. You way out of your league here. I said, get out of my way, Trixie. Move. Trixie said, no freaking way. Just think about it for a second, sis. I know you don't think I can handle myself, but I'm telling you, I dealt with a girl like this my entire life. Trixie said, Jerry isn't just mean Jess. She's actually violent. I said, we both know if a fight happens between you two, you will probably get in trouble, right? Trixie said, most likely. I said, I just got here. The warden might be more inclined to give me another chance. Jerry said, how about we just kick both of y'all behinds? Problem solved. Trixie said, let's just go inside, Jess. I ain't no punk. I ain't gonna run. They gotta know it's not okay to talk to you like that. Right. Trixie said, you don't understand how things work around here, Jess. You just got here. Please slow your roll. I ain't slowing nothing. Oh my God, y'all. That girl, y'all. Jerry said, go and finish her outcast. Let's send a message to her bounty friend. Now, full disclosure, this next part I did without really thinking. But this moment was very important. This was the moment I truly began to change. Yeah, knock her out. Knock her out, period. You just ain't gonna be hitting my friend. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Trixie said, holy shit, look at her on the ground, y'all. Period. Jerry said, fight. Uh-huh. Sappy said, there you guys are. Trixie said, what's your problem? Sappy said, what's my problem? I heard about what happened. Everybody talking about it. Trixie said, I forget how fast news travels around here sometimes. Look at Sappy over there excited. Jess, is it true you beat all three of them without nothing but your left thumb? No. That's a total exaggeration. Sappy said, well, that's one of the rumors that's going around. I said, what you mean by one of the rumors? Sappy said, ain't you heard, girl? You Grand Valley's hottest topic. Why? She said, because you stood up to all three B words everyone around here hates the most. On your first day. You bad, Miss Jess, period. I told y'all I'm not the one, you know what I'm saying? Trixie said, sound like you may have started something. I said, like what? She said, like a reputation for yourself. I said, I got a reputation. I never had one of those. I mean, Trixie said, face it. You the stuff, girl. Everybody around you is realizing it. Now we just need to help you realize it. Safi said, if you still want that tattoo, I'd be honored to hook you up. You're fierce. You need to own up to it. I said, really? Trixie said, OMG, Jess, you totally should. Let's do it together. It'll be so much fun. And it'll commemorate the time you prove yourself the enemy of bullies everywhere. I said, more importantly, it'll commemorate the time I made my first friend. Trixie said, oh, you the sweetest badass I ever met, girl, period. Let's get that tat. Tat me up, girl. I always wanted a tattoo. Trixie said that you should have one. Do something for yourself for once, girl. Safi said, yeah, keep unleashing that inner badass we just saw in the yard. Please let me give you your first tat. As I stood there between a legend and a tattoo artist, I had a realization. I finally have some real sisters, and I want to celebrate that by getting matching tattoos with Trixie. Oh, tap me up, tap me up, tap me up. Tap me up, I'd be honored. Come on. Safi said, okay, I think the guards are switching shifts soon. You know the night guy doesn't even do rounds for at least 2.5 hours. All right, ladies, who's first? Trixie said, gotta be our new badass bestie, period. Tap me up. Okay, I think I'll take something classic. She said, I think I have just the thing for you. All right, girl, strip and lay down. Okay, only for you, girl. Let's do it. This gonna hurt. Safi said, duh. Okay, you ain't supposed to lie to me or something, girl. Safi said, one thing you should know about me, I tell it like it is. All right, I can respect it, I guess. Trixie said, it's nothing you can't handle, I'm sure of it. And don't forget, I'm right behind you. Whatever you get, I'll get. Okay, do I get to pick my tattoo? No? Okay. Oh my God, look at me, y'all. A little while later. Okay, all right, you all set. What I get, y'all? OMG. I love it. What is it? Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Safi said, it looks hot on you. I don't even know what it is. Trixie said, you handle it like a boss. Just like I knew you would. Okay, Trixie, you gonna get one. My turn. Okay. Okay, look at us, y'all. We got matching tats. The dynamic duo. It's official. Safi said, you guys, this was so rad. Thank you for trusting me. Trixie said, anytime, Saf. I said, I can't even tell you guys how much this means to me. Trixie said, Jess, I hope this isn't weird, but I kind of feel like I've known you my whole life. Safi said, yeah, Jess, as messed up as it sounds, I'm really glad you're here. Trixie said, same. Okay, y'all, look, I got besties, honestly. So am I. Safi said, by the way, we should recruit more people and get Jess some protection. Trixie said, why? Safi said, think about it, Trix. She humiliated them in front of everybody. Do you really believe Jerry will let that stuff go? Once things die down, she's going to come back and hurt more than ever. Trixie said, you're right. Just Safi and I may not be enough. With your growing reputation in mind, I'm sure we can recruit more people. I said, I ain't liking the way that sound, though. It sounds like we forming some kind of gang. I mean, she said, it ain't about looking for trouble, Jess. If they leave us alone, we'll leave them alone. Won't start none, won't be none. Right. We don't start drama, we just finish it. Safi said, amen, Sister Trix. We not a gang, we just friends. Friends look out for each other. I said, I guess I never really had that many. She said, well, you do now. So don't even worry about Jerry or her friends. We got your back. Okay, here's a cop, y'all. The cop say not to break up this little party, but the warden would like to talk to you. Oh, he gonna see my tattoo. Will you survive the detention center with the help of your new friends? Will you get in trouble for standing up to Jerry? Will Harley still be there for you? He better be. Will Olivia ever get what's coming to her? Oh, she will. Find out in the next chapter.